All right. Live. There it is. For once, it's up. I have no idea what's going on tonight. I mean, I don't normally know what's going on anyway because, that's the way it works. But this night seems to be more chaotic than most. So I wanted to share this. Tell me if this looks like this is fun. Oh, man, tell me it's not going to work now. Son of a bitch. I'm telling you what, man. I'm just having a computer day. This is just effed up. Every time I get it to work, it crashes on me. Hi, Zoe. What's up, Zoe? Yeah, smash the like button. Tell me everything's fine. Tell me I'm pretty. All that good stuff because I'm just not having a good moment. Suggested user, hi. Daughter of King, hi. Let's see. Spencer, hi. User, the hi. Zoe, hi. Hello, everybody. Everybody, hello. Woohoo! You're so pretty, Randy. Oh, thanks. See, there you go. Now I feel better. I feel like I've been told I'm pretty. That's all I need to know. Now, I had something I was going to pop up here. This computer has just been giving me fits. I'm not going to lie to you. I cannot get this thing to keep working. Every time it uploads, it crashes. I've had crashes galore tonight. I'm not sure what in the hell is going on, but something is just screwing with my computer. I don't know if it's even on at this point, to be honest with you. But that's what's going on. Just crap. Try my best. I've said hello to Spence and all these people, but again, see when I try and type something, smash like. Let's see if it works. Every time I try and type something, it crashes the computer. And I'm not sure why. TikTok isn't that complicated, is it? See, look, right there. It's not going to do it. It's not going to type that. Just, what can I tell you? It doesn't seem to want to give me the love I need tonight. This is really, really, really annoying me. I have no idea how to make this thing work properly because the computer seems to be just fighting me tonight. Just fighting me at every effing turn. I can't get my download to download. I just feel like smashing the computer tonight. I really do. Just pick this thing up, throw it on the ground, and hit it with a baseball bat. I like doing that. I like hitting things with baseball bats. So there it is. Okay, so let's make this work. See, why is it frozen? In the name of all that is holy, stop doing this tonight. Okay. Oh my God. All right. I swear I'm going to get this to work momentarily. And then I'm just going to be done screwing around with this computer. That's all there is to it. Show up. Okay, there it is. Ready? Let's get this thing so you can see it. I'm going to put it on full screen. And I'm just going to hit play. And you can watch it. So there you go. Look. Let's fly! Dogs barking as we were flying over. It's like
and we're
silent,
floating,
but the dogs are barking. We almost hit a house.
Ho, ho, ho!
We came in so low and so close to this house. This pilot was
and away we go.
He for real knew what he was doing. But yes,
that's cool.
There you go. I was Santa Claus in a hot air balloon.
Little eclipse right now.
Like the Wizard of Oz. I was flying high over Dublin, Ohio. It was amazing. It was crazy. This is low. We got much, much higher. I mean, really, really high at one point. There was a second balloon flying with us.
We're going to have to say ho, 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 Merry
Christmas.
Ho,
yeah, when it dropped past, it was zooming by. I'm not gonna lie.
We're gonna go right over the course in airfield.
Petrified. Because
Nice, nice.
it's not that I'm afraid
Lots
of
of
heights,
people out in
but
the
yeah, I'm
neighborhood.
totally
I
afraid
see
of
that.
heights when there's not a freaking basket
Ho,
with no visible means of support. There you go. All right. Yay. I finally got the stupid computer connected. So there you go. Smash the like button. Woo! I was flying on a hot air balloon. And there was no AI involved in that, just so you know. That is absolutely 100% guaranteed real. That was me. That was Santa me. That was a real hot air balloon. And I was really flying. Absolutely no trickery to me flying in that. I posted the video and added a little sound to it so you can see that. I might post some of the other video of it too. But yes, that was actually me flying in a hot air balloon dressed as Santa Claus. I got to walk inside the balloon while they're filling it up. It was ridiculous. It's so big. And like, I'm walking, I'm like, okay, so this is what I'm walking in, and this is going to be floating and holding me off the ground here shortly. It just felt very weird to be climbing around on a thing that's going to be supporting me with no strings, high above the ground. And the basket's tiny. I mean, it's actually smaller than my little studio. So it was very compact with 3 adult males in there. There was the pilot and the guy who invited me. So yeah, we were kind of cramped this little thing, and it just feels a little strange. You kind of have that little kind of like, okay, I really can't get out at this point, but I really could have a little bit of nervousness. There was definitely a little nervousness flying that high in the balloon. But yes, so there you go. Woo, hot air balloon. Beautiful. Greetings and salutations. The audio on the inset video is really loud. Sorry, I wasn't in control of that, I guess. I guess I was. Was I in control of that? I guess I was in control. Let me try it again. Here. I'll see if I can do it again. We'll try it where it's not as loud, and you can see if it's not as loud. I'll go to view in full screen, and then auto follow video, and not as loud.
Let's fly!
Okay, now it should not be as loud. Hopefully it's not. Right? See it flying. Just the same. And maybe it's not as loud. I've got to see if the audio's better. Is the audio better now? Not as loud? Santa Claus? No AI, I promise. This is all real. This is me flying in a balloon, dressed as Santa Claus, looking at the world below.
All right, up and away.
And we're floating.
It was fine when we were only a few hundred feet off the ground. It's when we were like 1,000 feet off the ground, where I was like, shit, this is really high.
And away
really,
we go.
Really, but that was, part of it. So hopefully it's not as loud now. There's the pilot. The guy in the blue is the pilot. So yeah, he's way certified, and he's got a license and everything else. This isn't like fly-by-night hot air ballooning. This is the real thing. You actually have to be capable of not crashing and killing your passengers like a real pilot would. So hopefully that volume is better. Is that better?
Say ho, 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 Merry
I know, I can adjust the volume.
Ho!
Yeah, there's all sorts of
right over the
people
course
outside and waving. But yeah, seriously,
Nice,
when we came
nice.
in, you
Lots of
don't
people
just
out in the
land.
neighborhood.
I
It
see
kind of
that.
comes down and falls over. And, yeah, it was a little sketchy. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little sketchy. All right, there you go. That was me flying in a hot air balloon. I can't hear what you're saying. Sorry. Yeah, I'll try and adjust the volume. I don't know how to do that yet. I just got this to download into this system. So sorry, Zoe. I'll work on the whole volume thing. I'm not sure how to do that. Sorry. Yeah, it's that's the way it works. All right, so what's happened? What went on this day? Now, see, again, this time of year, there's not a ton that went on, so we'll get into it. Let's go. 1963, the Beatles' second album with the Beatles started a 21-week run at number 1. Man, say that 3 times fast. 21-week run at number 1. 21-week run at number 1. 21-week run at number 1. There it is. So the Beatles started a 20-week run at number 1 in the UK. It replaced the first album, Please Please Me, which had been at the top of the charts since its release 30 weeks previously. Also today, all four Beatles appeared on the BBC TV's Jukebox Dury. Some of the songs the Beatles judged were Kiss Me Quick by Elvis Presley, The Hippie Hippie Shake by the Swinging Blue Jeans. Now, that was redone. The Hippie Hippie Shake was redone by an artist that's much more recent. Did you have a happy birthday by Paul Anka? My birthday's in 2 days, so I have not had a happy birthday yet. And Where Have You Been All My Life by Gene Vincent. Don't know that song at all. There was a singing nun. So if you don't know this, in the 60s, there was actually a singing nun. Don't ask me, man. I just read this crap. But the Singing Nun started a 4-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with Dominique. It reached number 7 in the UK chart. The song sold over 1.5 million copies in the U.S., winning a Grammy Award for the year's best gospel song. I mean, Janine Deckers was her name. She was a singing nun. So Janine Deckers, rock and roll. There it is. What can I tell you? I mean, some of this stuff is just a little bit too crazy. Crazy even for me. See, I can't type it. Every time I type something, it just fails. No idea what the problem is. 1967, Otis Redding went into the studio to record Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. The song went on to be his biggest hit. The problem is, this is today, on the 7th of December in 1967. The problem is Otis never saw its release, ever. He was killed 3 days later on December the 10th in a plane crash. He wrote the first verse of the song under the abbreviated title Dock of the Bay on a houseboat at Waldo Point in Sarasota, California, a short time after his appearance at the Monterey Pop Festival. Redding's familiar whistling heard before the song's fade was the singer just fooling around. He had intended to return to the studio at a later date to add words in place of his whistling. Yep, didn't do it. Again, died in a plane crash. So we've had, Buddy Holly died in a plane crash. Leonard Skinner died in a plane crash. Otis Redding died in a plane crash. Maybe artists shouldn't fly. Other than that, I don't know, man. Just get better planes. Fly commercial. Stop flying in these private little clunkers. I don't know, man. It just sounds like it's all good. Ugh. Also in 1967, on December the 7th, the Beatles' Apple Boutique. Now, this is not the one that sells the iPhones. This is their version of Apple Boutique. In 94 Baker Street in London opened its doors. The store closed 7 months later when it fell afoul of council objections over the psychedelic mural painted on the outside. Come on, it's the Beatles. Of course they had psychedelic mural. All the goods from the shop were given away free to passersby and to people who had walked around and gone through the store the night for a chance to get a free item. Well, we got to close it, so just give the crap away. Before there was online, we'll just give it away. That works fine, too. I mean, why not, right? Epic Santa hot air balloon. Thank you so much. Thank you. I enjoyed that, Zoe. I tried my best to be an epic hot air Santa. I truly did. Let's see. That's insane. I didn't know about sitting on the dock. Yes. Yes. More Beatles. The White Album started a 7-week run on December the 7th at number 1 on the UK chart. The double set was the first of the Apple label, their Apple store, and it featured Back in the USSR, Dear Prudence, and the Harrison song, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Now, this is, the guy, Barry White. Okay, this is baby making music. If you've never listened to Barry White, it is just, he's just... Barry White was number 1 on the UK singles chart in 1974 with You're the First, The Last, My Everything. It was his first UK number 1, originally written in the 1950s as a country song with the title You're My First, My Last, and My In-Between. But Barry changed it, and he made it You're the First, The Last, and My Everything. Yes, I did listen to that song, and Barry White, man, that guy's voice. Woo! Telling you, Barry White, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this one's kind of a crazy song, okay? I did listen to it, and I've heard it before, but I was like, holy crap. In 1974, a guy named Carl Douglas started a 2-week run at #1 in the U.S. on their singles chart with the song Kung Fu Fighting. The song was recorded in 10 minutes. And he had started out as a B-side and went on to sell over 10 million copies and became one of the best-selling singles of all time. You've got to listen to it. Go Google it and listen to it. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Huh. Those cats were fast as lightning. Huh. I was like, that was a #1 song? It's kind of poppy and quirky and funny. And I was like, all right, far out. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Yes, indeed they were. They were kung fu fighting. Those cats were fast as lightning. Up. Wrong video. In 1976, the Eagles released their New Kid in Town, which became the group's third #1 February of 1977. The song was written by Don Henley, Glenn Frey, and J.D. Souther, and it was released as the first single from their 5th album, Hotel California. Now, that's a great album, right? I mean, I know the Eagles were kind of in and out with some people, but Hotel California is a really good album. I listened to a little bit of that tonight just because I was like, Now, this guy that he invented this basically he's the one who invented the microgroove record. So the records before they were giant, he created the 45. Basically, he was able to create the 45 instead of the 33 1/3. His name was Peter Carl Goldmark. And he was an inventor. He's the one who invented it. And it was invented in 1945, and that's why he called it a 45, I believe. I don't know. I'm making that part up. And anyway, it revolutionized how people listen to music because you could put it onto singles instead of these big albums. Anyway, he was killed in a car crash at the age of 71 today in 1977. In 1979, the band The Police had their second UK #1 single with Walking on the Moon, taken from their second album, Regatta de Blanc. The video of the song was filmed in the Kennedy Space Center, interspersed with NASA footage. Not sure they got away with that. If you've ever gone down to go watch a rocket launch and gone down the wrong road, the guards come out with guns in their hand. They're like, "Hi, how are you? You need to turn around." I was like, "Oh shit. Okay, wrong road here, apparently." 1985, Mr. like MR and then Mr. started a 2-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles chart with Broken Wings. You've heard that song because I listened to it. And I know you've heard it because it's played everywhere. George Michael and Elton John were #1 in the UK with a live version of Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, a hit for Elton John in 1974. All the proceeds went to charity. That was 1991. Also in 91, U2 went to #1 on the U.S. album charts with Achtung Baby, featuring One, Zoo Station, The Fly, and Even Better Than the Real Thing. That was a really good album. U2 definitely kind of came out swinging with that one. 1991, oof, man, that was such a good album. Really, really enjoyed that one. 2003, Britney Spears was #1 in the U.S. album chart with In the Zone. It was the singer's 4th U.S. #1 album. She broke her own record from being the first female artist to have 3 albums enter the U.S. chart at #1 to being the first female artist to have 4 albums enter #1 consecutively. 4. Britney. I don't know if Taylor Swift broke that yet. She probably did. I mean, 2005, on December the 7th, the MBE medal that John Lennon returned to the Queen was found in a royal vault at St. James Palace. Now, the MBE is the member of the British Empire. The Queen would give that to, the dignitaries. Sir John Lennon, Sir Paul McCartney. Well, Lennon returned his because he returned it in protest. Anyway, Lennon returned his medal in November of 1969 with a letter accompanying it saying, "Your Majesty, I'm returning my MBE as a protest against Britain's involvement in the Nigerian Biafra thing, against our support of America in Vietnam, and against Cold Turkey slipping down the charts." That was his song, Cold Turkey. With love, John Lennon. With love. Here's your medal. Take it back. Don't want it. With love. Finding it on December the 7th is great because tomorrow is December the 8th, and that was the day that John Lennon was shot outside the Dakota in New York City. Just saying. Pink Floyd. In 2014, The Dark Side of the Moon made a surprise return to the Billboard chart when it landed at number 13 because of the ultra cheap price on Google Play Store where the album was discounted to 99 cents. Although it never held the number one spot, ever, it only held basically 1 week in 1973. It remained on the Billboard chart for 741 weeks. We talked about it. 741 weeks. 52 weeks is a year. That's a lot of years there, friends. Okay? That's almost 7 years. Okay? 7 years. 6 years. Something like that. Close to 7 years. David Bowie made his last public appearance when he attended the opening night of the Lazarus production of the New York Theater Workshop in Manhattan. In 2015, tickets to the entire run of the musical, which ran until the 20th of January of 2016, sold out within hours of being made available. So, last public appearance for Bowie ever, unfortunately. 2016, Greg Lake, who fronted both King Crimson and Emerson, Lake and Palmer, died at the age of 69. He battled with cancer. He was one of the founding fathers of progressive rock. He combined heavy metal riffs and classic influences. They scored hit albums with Pictures at an Exhibition, Trilogy, and Brain Salad Surgery. And Lake had his solo hit, I Believe in Father Christmas. Jimi Hendrix considered joining ELP in their earliest incarnation. And if this had happened, the band would have been known as Help. Hendrix, Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. Help. I mean, come on. This shit writes itself sometimes. Just saying. In 2019, Ozzy Osbourne offered a $25,000 reward for the return of stolen instruments that were owned by the late guitarist Randy Rhoads after the Mosani School of Music in North Hollywood was robbed on Thanksgiving night. The stolen instruments included Rhoads' first electric guitar, a 1963 Harmony Rocket, as well as a rare Marshall prototype made specifically for Rhoads. I don't know if he got those back. I did not find that out. Just saying. Just saying. 1979, the first Star Trek movie was released. The movie itself. That's when it was. The movie released tonight. Also, 1994, Howard Stern apparently talks a man out of suicide. I don't know if it would compel me to not do it as much as do it if Howard Stern was talking to me for that long. I would probably just be like, stop it. In 1995, the Grateful Dead broke up on December the 7th after the passing of Jerry Garcia. And in 2020, Bob Dylan, who we yap about all the time because Dylan did so much stuff in the 60s and 70s, sold his entire music catalog, all 600 songs, to UMG, Universal Music Group, for $300 million. Well, Bob, you finally made it to the big time there, my friend. Old man with $300 million. Can't take it when you're with you. Can't buy one extra day when you're on your deathbed with $1 billion in your pocket. So spend it wisely. Spend it wisely. That's all I'm going to tell you. All right. Born on this day, Tom Waits. Musician and actor Tom Waits, 76 today. Jen Carpenter, who plays Deborah Morgan on Dexter, Dexter's sister, 46 today. Louise Post of Veruca Salt, 59 today. And Dominic Howard of Muse, 48 today. We talked about the people that died today. Greg Lake. And the only other person I found of any real consequence was Harry Morgan. Harry Morgan, not Dexter Morgan or Deborah Morgan's grandfather, but Harry Morgan, the real Harry Morgan. He was Colonel Potter in MASH. He was also on Dragnet, the original Dragnet. He was Joe Friday's partner. Joe Friday's badge was 714, which was the Roarer Quaalude was 714. It's one of those very strange kind of coincidences. But he died in 2011 at 96. So he lived a good, long, healthy life. So there you go. That's all the news that's fit to print on this fine, fine day. There you go. I tried to use up all of my skills to get my computer to work tonight. I think I finally got it to work at least a little bit. What can I tell you? I'm happy that it worked. All right, tomorrow, December the 8th. I already know that it's Jim Morrison's birthday because it's the 8th. Because I also know it's the day that John Lennon got shot and killed because that's the 8th. Because the 9th is my birthday. And I know a whole bunch of people have birthdays on the 9th. So I'm going to get balloons and, fireworks down here and all sorts of crazy stuff. I'm not going to do fireworks. That would be ridiculous. Maybe fireworks? I don't know. A sparkler? No, I'm in a very small space, okay? Look, this is a very tiny little studio. It's only, my arms are 6 feet, so I can touch the edges. So, that's about 8 feet. And, I can't even extend my arm, and I'm bumping into the walls and stuff. So, yeah, it's tiny. This is my basement, all right? And it's compact, and it's what you do. But I can change cameras, which is lovely. See, I got that camera, where you're looking over at this one right here. See, that's this one. And I've got that camera over there. And, of course, I have this one over here. So I try and keep you at least intrigued, with all the crap in the background as well. The Death Star we've got going on tonight. Let's change the color. Let's make the Death Star purple. There we go. Purple color. Little purple Death Star. The on-air neon sign in the background. All for your visual enjoyment. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. That's the best part. I'm not telling you about this great product I have right here. You can get this for $1.79. No. I don't know how much that costs. And I'm not trying to sell it to you. So there you go. So you can just take your sales pitch somewhere else, buddy. Excuse me. Burpee. All right. I don't know. What am I doing? What am I doing here? Doing something. Am I doing something? I'm doing something. Smash the like button. Not just once. You have to be like smashing it like crazy people. That's what you have to do. Smash the like button. And then, of course, make sure you want to share. Damn it. Wow. I have dropped the ball on this night completely. Screwed up the camera. I screwed up the computer. I forgot to turn the heater off. My Wi-Fi is not working properly. I'm just betting 1,000 tonight. What can I tell you? All right. Sunday night, right? Is it Sunday night? Crap. Work day tomorrow, Monday. Everybody back into work, back to school, back to reality, whatever we're back to. Just not Back to the Future. That's not happening. So I guess we'll see you all tomorrow. I'm going to go. I'm going to go upstairs and think about, you know what? Pluribus was on Friday. I got to watch the next episode of that. She found something in the freezers. What did she find in the freezers? Has everybody watching that show, Pluribus? About the hive mind? It keeps reminding me of Rick and Morty. Every time I watch it, I think of Rick and Morty when Unity was on Rick and Morty. Unity! And Rick was basically with Unity, so he's with the entire planet. Don't ask me. Look, I think Royland comes up with some weird shit. Okay, that's a weird one. What can I tell you? But yes, so Pluribus. That's what I'm going to go watch. I'm going to watch that episode of Pluribus, and I'm going to tell you what happened, or I'm not going to tell you what happened because I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. If you've seen it, don't tell me what happened. I'm not going to look at comments just right this second, Andrus. Just not doing it, silly. It's just not happening. All right. Let's see if I can make a comment. Let me see before I go. SMASH it. Smash it, says. It's probably going to tell me, no, you can't do that, did it? You know, that's what's happening. Anything else? Anything else? Anybody comments, questions, concerns? Words of the day? Words of encouragement? All right. Yay! I saw little hearts go flying by. I love hearts flying by. It makes my heart fly by. All right. I'm going to fade to black. I'm going to take off. I'm going to go do my thing. I'll look for you all again tomorrow, and we'll do this all again, but different. Oh, check out the video. I did post the video of me in the hot air balloon with a little soundtrack on it. So if you didn't see that earlier, it's up now. It should be, as long as it was scheduled properly, which I can't screw that up, can I? I probably can. Just because. All right, peace. Fade to black. Thank you. Appreciate you.